As we are standing here in a luxury home in Coconut Grove in Miami, we're going to beg the question, is the luxury real estate market for houses sustainable as we go through 2023? So we're going to start off by touring this $18 million home, which has 7 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, 14,000 square feet on an acre lot in a prime gated community. And then after the video, as I tour you around, we're going to dive into the numbers and we're going to look at what's been trading, what the numbers are achieving, and how much inventory we currently have and where it's going. So I'm standing here in the house and I'm standing here with Sadie, who is the listing agent for the property. Thank you for taking the time to allow us in to shoot this video. So I've got a few questions for you. First of all, tell us a little bit about the house.
Well, it's a very special house. In the Grove tends to have smaller lots, as you know. So this is an oversized lot. It's 30,000 square feet. The house sits on like 3 pods, so it's like a compound, 14,000 square feet in total. 8 bedrooms, 8.5 baths.
What's special about the house and what's so special about maybe the surrounding area?
First of all, it's gated. So it is a gated community. There's only 17 homes in the moorings. That's one special feature. The second feature is that it's walkable. People that are coming from out of town, most of them don't want to be in a suburban area.
Who buys this house?
Probably sees the beauty in an old world charm with a new house. It requires a big family, I think.
And when you've been showing this house as it's been on the market, who's been coming in? Where have the buyers been coming in from that have focused their attention on this specific property?
I think the main buyers have come from Boston, Chicago, New York. This is kind of like a Greenwich, Connecticut kind of feeling, a home. It's homey, it's not cold.
Coconut Grove is probably considered the most walkable neighborhood, it's fair to say, in the whole of Miami.
Yeah.
It's home to the best private schools in the States, Ransom and Carrollton. And when you get into a neighborhood where you can actually walk everywhere, which is in let's call it a suburban setting, but it is the village in the city. It's 10 minutes to Brickell. There's only one neighborhood in the whole of Miami that has that characteristics, and it is Coconut Grove.
Right.
And there is only so many houses that are within walking distance to the center of Coconut Grove that are of the luxury sector, gated, large, substantial lots.
Yeah. And actually 15 minutes from the airport, which is something incredible too. And the other thing is that there's been about 5 or 6 homes sold, some off market, some on the market, within the 17 in this whole community, which says a lot about the demand and the quality and what is in this community.
So we're back from looking at a luxury piece of real estate in Coconut Grove, and now we're actually going to dive into the data, because at the end of the day, you can look at pretty real estate, but if you are a buyer or a seller, you really need to understand the market conditions and where things are going. So what we did was we pulled some of the data to look at where we are today and where we were last year and the year before that, and we've got to consider what are we dealing with in terms of inventory, absorption rates, days on the market, this kind of key data that will let us know where the market's going. Long story short, right now there's about 170 properties that are on the market over $10 million. And from those 170 that are currently listed on the market, we've got about 50 on the mainland in the south, which is the primary neighborhoods, Coconut Grove, Coral Gables, Pinecrest, and around that geographical area. The north side of the mainland, which is into the Sans Souci, the Morningside, and that kind of section of Biscayne and above, there's actually only 10 in that area. There's less luxury real estate in that market. 4 on Key Biscayne, 67 on the beach, which is the Miami Beach area, the islands and everything around, including Fisher Island. And then you've got 30 into that north side of the beach, which is into Bal Harbour, Surfside, Sunny Isles, Golden Beach. So if you start to add these up and we factor in some of the other smaller houses or smaller numbers around, you get about 170. We have 18 pendings and active deals right now in the market over $10 million, and there was 32 homes sold over $10 million recorded on the MLS. It brings you to around 20 months of inventory for luxury product in the market. And it's not terrible. In fact, surprising, I thought we would see a big slowdown. I thought there would be actually a lot less transactions that would happen. Now, obviously, Miami is very geo-specific, so you've got to consider different neighborhoods moving at different trajectories. And the question is, can we sustain that luxury market? Because on most people's conversation is, the values of homes have gone up so much in South Florida, in Miami, so expensive, so comparable to California. We're now neck and neck with price points. And in some of those Californian cities, we actually see their prices dropping quite substantially, which means that the people who might be wanting to move may say, I'm not going to now. But the tensions that exist within those other states still seem to suggest that the quality of life is still very, very high in South Florida. It's that much better. It's that much more attractive. Days on the market is growing. It is actually growing within the areas. We've got 201 cumulative days on the market compared to last year, which was 155. The year before that, actually, there was even more days on the market. What we've had is expensive houses coming into the system that are much higher than before, and they're taking a little bit longer to sell. Now, unique property does sell faster. That's a fact. Generic property, less so. And that's why we went to go and look at a unique property in a gated community in an area that is really, really special, Coconut Grove. My statement for those out there who are buying is you pick up the phone and call me, because I'll tell you how unique that property is. This is just a little bit of a brief piece of information. As always, I've been selling real estate for 15 years. I am an expert within this market. I am surrounded by other experts. David Siddon's group, please visit the website. Look at our data, look at our market statistics, look at the reports that we're churning out, and read the narrative behind those reports in the form of the articles that we're also publishing, which will help explain the human behavior. Thank you for watching. As always, subscribe, register, give me a call, and we look forward to seeing you soon for another video.